We are live! It's episode 11. Episode 11, No Name Podcast. We're here, and beautiful day in Fort Lauderdale, Florida. Not really. We have a tropical storm on the way. Tropical storm Elsa. Is it a tropical storm or a hurricane? I don't know. To us, it's just another rainy day. But we appreciate you joining us. I appreciate you joining me. I'm your host here for the No Name Podcast. My name is Kevin. If you don't know, now you know. We're going to do some card data today. We're going to talk about some prices, some drops, some rises, and some players. Eddie was on last week, as you saw. I'm back to being myself. I'm no longer Eddie. That was weird, right? Last week? Anyways, he announced the Cardbase acquisition. We have invested into Cardbase. It's going to be an app that helps us with data, especially as he said, as we build out our financial product. It's going to help us with real-time comps and get real-time data in. And great opportunities for our partners to be able to track their portfolio, especially using Cardbase. It's a great app to use for your portfolio, be able to see changes in the cards that you personally own. So definitely go download the Cardbase app and give it a try. NBA Finals start tonight. A lot of NBA cards have seen drops as the season nears an end. To be expected as guys are getting eliminated from the playoffs, or especially this postseason, we've seen a lot of injuries go down. So card prices are bound to drop with things like that happening. One guy who's really suffered a steep dip in his card prices, which could be a good time to buy, is Nikola Jokic. He's down about 34% in the past 7 days. All of these that I give you are in the last 7 days, and they're all their PSA 10 rookie base cards. So keep that in mind as we go. I'll try to tell you which card it is as we go, but just in case I don't, keep that in mind. These are all base rookie PSA 10s. So Nikola Jokic, 2015 Prism is down 34% PSA 10. Another guy who was an MVP candidate this year until he got hurt at the end of the season is Donovan Mitchell. His 2017 Prism rookie is PSA 10 is down 23%. So that's a couple of guys who were both in the MVP runnings and both saw their team get eliminated in the second round, and both big with steep dips in their PSA 10 base rookie prices. Somebody who's actually still playing, and even with his team in the finals, of course, Giannis Antetokounmpo, 2013 Prism rookie PSA 10 has dropped 8%. Now, Giannis is obviously hurt, hasn't played since Game 4, I believe it was. Yeah, Game 4, he got injured during Game 4, hasn't been back. So the card price has dropped, and it'll be interesting to see if he stays out, but the Bucks win, what'll happen with that card. So that's an interesting one to keep an eye on, especially as the series progresses. Somebody who is actually up, and I spoke about this last week. I said I think his value is so low right now that it's a great time to buy. It's Ben Simmons. Ben Simmons is actually the 6th on the list of basketball cards. He's number 6 currently in growth. He's been up. His 2016 Prism rookie PSA 10 is up 4%. So to me, it's either people are thinking Ben Simmons is going to get traded and his value is going to go up, or he'll get better because he's 24 years old and has shown a skill set that says he can be a good player in the league. So Ben Simmons, like I said last week, I think there's still good value there, only up 4%, and that's on his base rookie PSA 10. He is up 4% right now. Top 5 guys in terms of growth in the NBA, we've got Devin Booker at number 5. His 2015 rookie Prism PSA 10 is up 4%, a little over 4%. Chris Paul, number 4 on the list. I mean, the Chris Paul disrespect, guys, it's ridiculous already. This might be, we've had 11 podcasts. This is the 11th episode. At least 25% of these, I've had to speak on the disrespect that is the value of Chris Paul's rookie cards. I don't get it. I don't get the undervaluing of Chris Paul. I think that everybody should go out and buy every Chris Paul PSA 10 rookie that they can, because especially at this price, I mean, the value right now is there for you, especially for long-term holders. If he wins a championship this year, I don't think you can go wrong. Number 3, Jimmy Butler. Number 3 on the list, his 2012 Prism PSA 10 is up 5% in the last 7 days. Listen, I'm a Heat fan. I love Jimmy Butler. Not quite sure why the card has gone up. Could just be people saw value in Jimmy Butler. He did make third team All NBA. That could be a reason. I'm not really sure what the Jimmy Butler, what the reasoning was behind it. He had a great season, obviously, All NBA, as I just said. Hopefully next season there's reason for it to go up. Maybe a Tyler Hero trade is in the works. There's a lot of stuff in Miami. I don't think they're just going to stand pat. Shout out to Pat Riley. I don't think they're just going to stay with the same team and run it back as they did last year. So I think it's going to be an interesting offseason to watch the Heat and what happens in Miami. Number 2, Joel Embiid. Embiid is up 11%, and we just told you Ben Simmons is up 4%. So both Sixers are up in value even after their team has gotten eliminated, which is an interesting thing to see. They've been, it's been more than one round. The second round exit this year. So seeing Embiid and Simmons climb a little bit is interesting. And number 1 on the list, and I talked about this guy last week as well, Paul George, 2010 Don Russ rookie PSA 10 is up 19% in the last 7 days. Listen, I thought Paul George was great value last year after the postseason, similar to what Ben Simmons I think is this year, just because guys like that, they have a bad postseason and things tank, and I'm there to buy every single card that you're selling if you're selling for what they're selling for. So I think guys like that who have shown that they have what it takes to be an all-star multiple years, not just 1 year, in multiple seasons, and have consistently shown you that that's the type of guy they are. When they have a bad series or a bad postseason, I think they can come back next year and bounce back well, and I think that's the time to buy those guys. Is right after their horrific postseason is, to me, the best time to buy an all-star type of player. Getting away from basketball now, moving on to the NFL. NFL coming up soon. We're about 2 months away from the NFL season, and a guy I mentioned last week, somebody that I was keeping an eye on, was Aaron Rodgers. And interestingly enough, the week of his golf match against Tom Brady and Phil Mickelson with Bryson DeChambeau, his 2005 Topps rookie PSA 10 is down 23%. Now, the week before, there was nearly a 30% spike in the same card. So it's interesting to see these things happen as they play out, as events come up, as documentaries come out, what cards do if they go up or down. But we obviously saw a spike last week, and a lot of those guys are dumping this week. And so that's what it seems like to me, just as the golf match is about to start. You get the card comes down a bit. Not sure why, especially with the season coming up. I'd be all over Aaron Rodgers right now. PSA 10 if he's down 23%. Even though it's down from last week's spike, it's still down. So there's still opportunity there to go out and get 2005 Topps PSA 10 rookie of Aaron Rodgers. And like I said before, long-term holders, you can't go wrong with a guy like Aaron Rodgers. Another guy who's down, Odell Beckham Jr., 2014 Topps Chrome rookie PSA 10 is down 18%. He's going to be an interesting one to watch because of the way the Browns performed last season after the injury. I think that he's going to come back, and I think he's going to be just as good, if not better, than he was before. So it's another guy I think is a great buy right now is Odell Beckham Jr. You can get his PSA 10 less than $100 all day, every day. Right now, I would definitely say that's there's great value in a guy like that, so I would definitely look into some Odell Beckham Jr. 2014 Topps Chrome rookies. Now the top 5 in football, which is interesting because there's one quarterback on the list. So out of the top 5, there's only one quarterback on the entire list, 2 running backs and 2 receivers. So the number 5 is Saquon Barkley, and number 4 is Ezekiel Elliott. So 2 NFC East running backs there, going 5 and 4. Barkley at 5 just has only seen a 1% increase in his card. Ezekiel Elliott has seen a 5% increase in his 2016 Prism rookie PSA 10. Moving on to number 3, Zeke's teammate and his quarterback, Dak Prescott, 2016 Prism rookie PSA 10 is up 8%. Dak obviously coming back from the injury. It's going to be interesting to see what he can do and the way he's moving, especially off that nasty ankle injury last year. So it's going to be really interesting to see what Dak can do and how that card does as he plays. So Cowboys, number 4 and number 3 with Zeke and Dak Prescott coming in there. Number 2 and number 1 are both receivers, both with pretty big jumps in the last 7 days. DK Metcalf's 2019 Prism rookie PSA 10 is up 44% from last week. He comes in at number 2, and the top mover this week in the NFL is Juju Smith-Schuster. 2017 Prism rookie PSA 10 is up 52%. Now it wasn't a $100 card. It was about a $52 card. Now it's around $80 bucks, $81, something like that. It's right around there for Juju. So in terms of percentage, he's been the biggest mover. He's up 52% from last week to this week. Juju Smith. A lot of expectations this year for Juju in Pittsburgh. He's re-signed with them. Allegedly could have had an opportunity to play with Kansas City and Patrick Mahomes. He decided that he wanted to stay in Pittsburgh, team that drafted him. Probably will see more targets, probably get more opportunities to catch the ball in Pittsburgh than he would have in Kansas City. So for Juju Smith-Schuster, I think that's good in terms of the value of his card. He stays in Pittsburgh where they're never going to not compete for too long. So Juju Smith coming in at number 1 in the NFL. Now on to baseball, and this is where things get a little interesting. Not so much because of the top 5, but because seeing guys who have fallen off. And injury is one reason. Obviously with Jacob deGrom, his 2014 Topps Update rookie PSA 10 is down 27%, and I think that's a great purchase right now because I do think he'll be back, and I think he'll be fine. But the injury is obviously affecting the market on deGrom right now, so that's something to keep an eye on. Hopefully he can come back. Especially for those people who are buying right now. Hopefully he can come back, and that would be amazing to get that card at the value that it's at right now. Another person, and this is where it really gets interesting to me, is Garrett Cole's 2013 Topps Update rookie PSA 10 is down 33% in the last 7 days. And for me, I'm a Yankee fan. Yankees have been awful this year. And it's crazy to say that when they're a game above 500, but with the talent that's in that clubhouse, they've been terrible. And then you have the issue with what's been happening in baseball the last few weeks with the substance checks of anything sticky, any pine tar that they're using on their hats or their neck, or any sort of sticky substances that they're using to get a better spin rate on the ball. Ever since the MLB has cracked down on that, we've seen a lot of pitchers not pitch as well. And Garrett Cole is one of those guys. So it's interesting to me to see the value of his card drop with his performance after the substance checks and things of that nature going on in the MLB. Now for the top 5 in baseball, we've got some pretty big moves in the top 5. Bo Bichette comes in at number 5 with his 2016 Bowman Draft Chrome PSA 10. That is his first Bowman. That's up 37% in the last 7 days. Anthony Rendon, 2013 Topps Update PSA 10, comes in at number 4, up 41% in the last 7 days. Yordan Alvarez, 2019 Bowman Chrome Prospects PSA 10. That's up 54%. Now, that's not his rookie Bowman Chrome, which is interesting because the Bowman Chrome Prospects usually don't do as well as a Bowman Chrome rookie. So that's an interesting thing to see with Yordan Alvarez. Is his Chrome Prospects card at up 54%. At number 2, we have Yohan Moncada. 2017 Topps Chrome Update PSA 10 is up 59% and just beating him out by percentage points. Fraction of percentage points. We've got Aaron Judge. 2017 Bowman Paper Rookie PSA 10 is up a little over 59% as well. Aaron Judge is an interesting one because as I was watching over the weekend, I was watching some baseball and guys talk on ESPN and these other networks. And Aaron Judge, the Yankees are in a position right now where, as I said, they're not great. They're 42-41. and with the talent that they've got, that's just not good enough. It'll be interesting to see what they decide to do, because you're in a position right now where you've got 3 teams ahead of you who are probably going to be better than you regardless of any move you make at the trade deadline. So what do? Are you buying? Are you selling? And if you are selling, is Aaron Judge a trade chip that you throw out there just to see what you've got back? Because they've got guys like Dominguez in the minors, and obviously right now Aaron Judge is going to fetch you the best package that you can get. Obviously, as a Yankee fan, it's not something I want to see happen, but if it happens, I do understand what the Yankees are doing there, because they got to figure something out. Obviously, New York Yankees, it's never acceptable to lose like this. And, the Yankees aren't very good. The Heat got swept out of the playoffs. So I'm banking on one thing and one thing only, and that is the New York Jets are going to win the Super Bowl this year. Write that down. Write that down for me on a sticky note or wherever you need to write it down. You know what? Take it back. The Jets are going to make the playoffs. The Jets are going to make the playoffs. Super Bowl may be a little outlandish. The New York Jets are going to make the NFL playoffs this year. Let's speak it into existence. We've got the Courtside Collision Trade Show coming up July 16th through 18th in Atlanta. Shout out to Prism God throwing this event. Looks like it's going to be an awesome event. He's been doing a lot of planning for this, and it's the first one in Atlanta. Going to be a great time. I'm excited for Prism God. I'm excited for us to get out there and have a presence there for InvestaCard. Looks like it's going to be a really fun show. And then just 10 days later, I mean, we're always on the move. We're always on the road, going to shows, doing things. We're in Chicago, and you know what's in Chicago on July 28th. We've got the National, and we're going to be there set up. We're going to have a booth. Feel free to stop by anytime we're at a show and we've got a booth. Always feel free to stop by, whether you're buying, selling, just looking around, anything you're doing. Come by, chat it up with us. We always like talking sports, talking cards. So definitely stop by our booth at the National and at the Courtside Collision Trade Show. Both of them coming up this month. That's all I got for you guys today. Very, very different show, and we're going to be doing a lot of different things here at InvestaCard that I'm excited for. I've been doing a lot of planning with people within the company, so a lot of stuff to look out for, a lot of cool content that we're planning on dropping. So make sure to stay tuned for that. Another week, another one of these things done, and this is how we do it. We come in and we put this out, and then you guys watch it. And you tell me what I should change. What should I do differently? Maybe ask me some questions that I can put up on the show. Like I said, always working on different things. So, again, I appreciate you every week coming in, spending some time with me here. As always, guys, invest in the best with InvestaCard. Appreciate you guys watching.